more Tales of Graces.
Hells yeah. Let me play a good JRPG instead of what I was playing last night. My god.
You think Dragon's Dogma 2 is a JRPG?
Well, no, I said RPG and then this is JRPG. It's still RPG, alright?
There's still an R, a P, and a G.
I got pissed off last night. I was playing and I got bugged out of the main quest line and like it's a quest line where you have to do like a masquerade.
Right.
It's just like, oh my god.
I hated that quest.
Just let me play the game.
I just want to slay lions. I want to slay goblins.
I can't even kill my first griffin yet because every time it flies away.
Yeah, well, you know, it's too powerful for you right now. You can't just be slaying griffins out of the gate.
I mean, I'm level 26. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. I think, I don't know when you face your first griffin in that game. I forget. They usually try to prolong those types of fights.
Really?
Yeah, until you're, you know,
alright,
really out there.
I heard there's spoilers alert for anyone who hasn't played the game. I know it's been out for like a year or two. There's like a Medusa in the game. Like
there is a Medusa.
There's a trophy where you can like cut her head off.
Yeah.
And then you put it in your chest, store it, and then retake it out, and then use it against the Medusa.
Yeah, yeah.
It's I want to do that. It sounds cool.
It's pretty cool. I think I did do that.
Did you get to do that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not gonna spoil any more for you, but it's pretty cool. I would say it's worth it. Definitely worth it in that case.
I gotta give it another chance, but right now it's pissing me off.
I don't know. I didn't really enjoy that game too much. I thought it was okay. The first one was okay as well. The first one only gets more of a pass because I felt like it was more unique during its time that it came out, which was like what 2011. Games like that really didn't exist all that much.
Yeah, that was a while.
So you had like Dark Souls, Demon Souls, probably more games I guess you could relate it to, but like Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Dragon's Dogma, like those were all kind of, I would say, the first of those types of games, I guess you can say.
You wouldn't compare it to like
similar.
Shadow of the Colossus, where like you're fighting giant monsters.
I guess like the fighting the like ogres and stuff. Sure, yeah. But that's all Shadow of the Colossus was.
Right,
just,
in theory.
Like Colossus after Colossus.
I feel like it took certain parts of those elements because you do climb onto the monsters that you attack.
Right. Yeah, and you like stab them in their weak points and all that kind of stuff. But I never played Shadows of the Colossus. I've only ever really seen gameplay. It's not really a game I was ever too interested in. It was
again, spoiler alert. It was a game where you find out you're actually playing the villain.
Right, right.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I watched it all the way through to the end, so
gameplay, did it deserve a remaster, remake? I guess so, because it's one of those games that's a classic, but like...
Did it get a remake or a remaster?
I think I got a remake.
I can't remember, but...
Because they...
Was it just the graphics updated?
Yeah, it was just graphics updated.
Okay, so that's a remaster.
Then it's technically a remaster, okay.
I always get them confused, I don't know why.
It's just a re. We'll say it's a re.
It's just a re, I don't know. I mean,
it's a re-release, yeah.
Some people might take offense to that, so... It's just a Richard.
It's just a re. It's a Richard.
Richard, that's a door, Asbel, you idiot.
Jeez.
He's like, Richard, are you the door?
Today is the 2nd of April.
April Fools,
and, well, I was gonna say, first off, a lot of April Fool's stuff. Have you seen any of the April Fool's stuff that came out?
No, actually, I didn't. I was just about to say, was there really any?
Oh, dude, so... Warheads came out with a broccoli soda drink.
Oh, okay.
Which, honestly, sounds fantastically horrible.
Absolutely. I love broccoli, but you will not catch me drinking a broccoli drink.
Better yet, sour broccoli.
Sour broccoli is probably 10 times worse. I'm glad that was an April Fool's joke, because if you brought that over, I don't know what the consequences of that would be.
There's other things too, but like, the one that surprisingly wasn't April Fool's was Popeyes is doing like a whole pickles menu. They're doing like fried pickles.
Yeah.
Fried pickle juice. That actually could work in our favor. I mean, we are fried pickles fans.
Yeah, I love fried pickles. That started with Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, how long ago that was?
Dude, you introduced me to fried pickles.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying. It started at Buffalo Wild Wings after our GameStop days, and we'd go on little dates.
So good.
We'd go on little dates to Buffalo Wild Wings, get some fried pickles, and kiss a little.
How'd you miss that?
Yeah, right? Is Buffalo Wild Wings even still around?
Yeah, there definitely is. Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah,
I feel like the one by me closed. I feel like a few other ones I know closed. I don't know. I don't know what everybody's doing these days.
No, the
but
one by you
everything's
closed.
closing.
The one by you is still open.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still open.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I guess I just don't go over there that much anymore.
The problem with it is I've been burned by them
Wait,
too long.
spooky ghosts!
Oh, God. Get in there.
Oh, you know what? I'm going after
You're going
this
after
guy.
okay.
Yeah. He's casting some spells. I don't want any of those spells going off. Speaking of spells, I know you were just about to say something, but I'm playing currently first Berserker Kazan. Loving it. I think it's a fantastic game. And I just beat one of the bosses. I think her name's Troka. But she's like a water mage, and my god, was she probably one of the most annoying bosses I've ever faced in a video game.
Really? That's saying something.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here. Every boss fight so far in Kazan, I don't think was cheap at all. I think they have been very fun, very intuitive, and really make you grasp the controls of the game.
Interesting.
And that really helps you grow in that game, because yeah, there is a lot of deflecting, parrying, all that kind of stuff to really, you know, help you. Oh wait, hold on. Here's my boy.
Oh.
Here's the main character.
That's
in the
my boy,
game.
Blue.
The only character in the game I actually really love. I mean, I love Asbel, but oh yeah.
You don't
man.
love Hubert? Adult Hubert?
Hubert's grown on me through
Right?
the years. I'm not gonna lie, but Richard's I love Richard. I love me some Richard. He's the character I always play in these games.
God damn.
I'm gonna go back to first Berserker Kazan in a second, but I'm gonna let this play out a little bit so people can hear and listen.
Right. Just a little taste, because this is actually an actual cutscene.
I don't understand.
his eye patch is in the cutscene.
I heard that you were supposed to be dead.
Jeez.
I was dead.
I gotta say, Richard looks like he's got like dark
So
eyeshadow
glad
on.
you're safe.
Yeah, he's fabulous. Look at him. He's got a wonderful outfit on. I love the cape, of course, you know me. Big sucker for that.
So you like his cape, but you don't like Asbel's disco cape.
He doesn't have a disco cape, he just got a long jacket with like a tail piece.
I gotcha. Jeez, they're always trying to kill him.
I like Asbel in this costume because he just looks like a bodyguard now.
Yes.
I won't let you.
I won't let you!
Do you want to switch, or am I?
Nah,
I'm
you can't
so-
play him.
okay.
You can't play him just yet.
Jeez.
But anyway, first Berserker Kazan. Wonderful game, wonderful Souls-like. I know a lot of people are complaining about the boss difficulties in that game. But no, I don't think it's true. I think, you know, these bosses really make you think and really take advantage of everything you can do in that game. And you feel much better, you know, once you accomplish beating one of them, because then it seems like, you know, like the parts that take place after, you're so high-strung and stressed out, and you just know everything, like know when to kick, like parry, when to guard, all that kind of stuff, that it's pretty much a breeze after that until the next boss. But yeah, I don't know. I would highly recommend that game if somebody's looking for a Souls-like game, or just an action RPG in general. Yeah, check it out.
It deals with a lot of parrying though. So like
Like Sekiro.
I'm known to like hate parrying, but you can dodge though. So is it
Yeah,
is
you
it
could dodge,
beneficial?
you could parry.
So like, do you think I would like? I mean, I see you guys play it, but do you think I would actually legitimately enjoy it, or like I don't know? It's
Oh,
like
there's no magic, so.
I know that's a problem. You know?
You're
It's-
screwed on that part.
You're the crown prince.
Which is funny, because I fought, there's 2 bosses in that game thus far that use magic, and both of them are just great characters. I love them.
Richard, does that work for you?
And it's a little disappointing seeing how they handled magic in that game with just those bosses that you can't use it yourself, because if you could, man,
It's like a new layer.
it's just really well done. They just did a really good job. It's very cool stuff. The second boss that uses magic in particular, she is it's a she. I didn't mean to spoil that, but whatever, it doesn't matter,
Listen.
I guess.
Spoilers.
Spoilers for Kazan. I'll put it up on the screen before we start talking about this and just skip to whatever. But yeah, she's like a necromancer, and she summons like ghosts and stuff, and like, you know, like dead enemies and all that, and it's just really well done. Really well done. Very cool. Yeah, and you know what? It's even funnier because she's like a smart mage, because like At points throughout that fight, she'll cast a shield on herself that you have to break before you can start doing damage to her again. And it's like, you never see mages do that. And honestly, if you're gonna play a mage, that is a brilliant idea.
Yeah, you want mages are always glass cannons, so you want to defend yourself somehow.
Yeah, but she's like engulfed in like a bubble shield, you know, like a glass bubble, pretty much. And you have to like break the bubble to obviously get to her, but like, you never see mages do that. So when I first saw that, I was like, honestly, that is probably one of the smartest things I've ever seen a mage do in any game. Protect yourself, you know? Yeah, I'll take... Ooh, yeah, Vengeance... let's put
Vengeance Fangs?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite abilities.
So that's his, like, Demon Fang?
No,
he still gets Demon Fang?
He is what this series calls Magic Swordsman, so he uses both sword and magic. And that... Do you want to play as Asbel now?
Oh, yeah, I'll probably play as Asbel just so Sophie could heal us.
I was just about to say, for the love of God, please play Asbel, because we both almost just died.
Well, I was thinking about healing. I was like, no, we got this.
I would love to agree with you, but, you know, Sophie healing us would probably be just a wonderful thing.
Last time we played, I did die twice, but we did face Starfish.
I gotta get his... Masked Swordman costume straight away, even though I like his default. Sweet Revenge. This is a funny tidbit.
Yeah.
Back then, I vowed revenge on this door because I couldn't open it.
You vowed revenge on a door?
Yeah, I was a kid. I wonder if I can open it now.
Is he strong enough?
Let's see.
It opened a little.
Was it always this easy? If I'd been able to open it like this back then, I wonder if things could have been different.
He's so sad.
He's always sad. Well, yeah, he's going through adulthood right now. He's going through the motions. Yeah. But that little cutscene is when you're a kid and you come down here for the first time. He wants to move this, but he can't because he's not strong enough. So then he passes it, and then in that cutscene, he's like, "Wait a second, I can move it now." It's not that funny, but you know. Sometimes
it's just silly.
Peter, so.
It's just silly, you know what I mean?
Anyway, yeah, that's Vengeance Fangs right there. It's actually pretty cool. Like giant ghost fangs. Yeah, I'm really big into like ghosts and stuff, so you know, anything that is a ghost, I'm probably gonna like. Except
even
unless like, yeah, I mean, now that you're saying that, yeah, it's kind of ironic. A lot of things in my life revolve around ghosts currently. I am starting my own ghost hunting company soon.
Oh hell yeah!
And we're gonna go and you know try to do like. You know, like fake all those EVPs and all that. We're gonna go into like people's houses.
Fake all those EVPs?
Yeah, because my biggest gripe with those shows is that every time they go everywhere, there's always something to find. And I just feel like that's obviously not true.
You know, you're right. They usually do.
There's always something.
Something does happen.
Yeah.
It's not like they go there and nothing happens at all.
Well, of course, because then they don't have a show if that happens. But. No, I'm not actually going to do that. It's a common joke because Kelly loves to watch those ghost shows at night. You know, like Nuke's Top 5, Slapped Ham, you know, like all those people that do like ghost videos and horror, creepy videos and whatnot. And my biggest gripe with all those, that's Chills. If everybody knows Chills, number 15. But, yeah, they just always find stuff, you know? It's like, oh, we're going and, like, staying in a house at night. They say it's haunted. And then, of course, they capture stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. I just don't think that's true, you know? I feel like all of them are lying.
Well, so would you want to have... I think we talked about this, but you'd want to have a ghostly experience, or no?
I would and I wouldn't, only because if I did, I feel like I'd probably never be the same again. And that might, like, really hurt my mental psyche a bit. Yeah. Just because I used to never really give it too much thought until that movie Paranormal Activity came out.
Gotcha, number one.
Yeah, my friend Matt and I, we watched it legally on a laptop when it first came out.
Hell yeah. I like how you said legally.
And we were like huddled together in my room and we turned all the lights off and I was like, whatever, it's just gonna be another ghost movie. But turns out I'm actually pretty terrified of that kind of stuff. And it kind of fucked me up for a long time. I'm pretty much over it now. just because I'm older now. I don't really care if I die, but
Jeez, man.
Jesus. No, but when I was in my late
Morbid
teens,
facts.
yeah, right. Number 15. No. When I was in my late teens to my early 20s, man, I was afraid to be in a room alone. If it was dark, man, I don't know what it was. I just felt so creeped out. But luckily that passed. And yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it was quite the experience. We watched Paranormal Activity 2 after that, and I was scared of that one. But yeah, I don't know. Would I like to have an experience? Sure, maybe, but again, it really might just fuck me up. So I don't know if it's worth it.
I mean,
I might not be able to come back from that one.
I wouldn't mind having an experience, but it's all about what type of experience it is. You know what I mean?
So like, all right, what's a good experience that you can have?
I guess a good experience is like
They make you dinner.
Yeah, exactly. They make me dinner. I come home and the ghost would make dinner, or like I come home and like there's money just lying there randomly.
That's not gonna happen. What you got a money ghost?
I got a money glitch ghost.
Fucking, he's just like, yeah, here's like $200.
It's like, ooh, here you go.
It's like a floating $100 bill. No, what if you got dragged down the stairs one night?
No, I would not like
know?
that. Yeah, that's
like
not
forcefully though, like like your legs like yanked from you.
I gotta go up 2 flights of stairs too. So
oh, well, what if he drags you all the way down to the bottom? What if he keeps dragging you down to the bottom every time he gets to the top?
That's
you cannot go up those
brutal.
stairs.
Would I have to like crawl up the stairs? Or
No, you're just not getting up those stairs.
I won't get up the stairs.
No.
That's a bad experience. No, I'm not like that.
Just off the highway.
No, thank you.
But I don't want you to stop because of me. There's no need to push yourself.
So would you recreate the event? Like, would you put like flour on the floor, and then at, like,
Maybe.
I feel we should. You know what? We're gonna be going away. We should like try to recreate like a spooky event while we're drunk.
We don't even drink. What are we talking about?
That's true.
We're good lads. We don't drink. Well, I mean, the place that you go to, yeah, it's got to be haunted. You can't just go and put flour on the ground. You're gonna be an asshole if you do that.
But you don't think there's spirits everywhere though?
Well, speaking of that, it kind of drives my point home. Is like, well, isn't every place haunted? Like,
I mean, yes, in theory.
my house could be built on something that I have no idea about. Who says
That's
like
true.
hundreds of years ago people didn't die right here? Who says? You don't know.
The government.
Yeah, the government.
That's all.
No one's died on this property. But, realistically, I'm saying like hundreds of thousands of years ago, whatever, somebody could have died here. You never know. What about cave? Why are the ghosts never cavemen?
That's true.
Like, why don't you have any like unga bunga ooga boogas? Like just bonk you on the head with like a club.
Dude, but what if cavemen actually exist?
All right.
Cavemen did exist.
Okay, sorry. So we have that proven then.
What you're saying? Ghosts can only be ones that had like faith or something.
That's what I'm saying.
Cavemen
Like,
had souls.
My father was murdered.
There's so much complexity to this.
Well, it's like, well, why don't we ever see or feel or understand like pet ghosts?
That's
what
true.
about your pets? What about animals? Are you saying animals don't have souls? I don't know. It's just interesting.
Well, I
think
feel
about.
like there's like that thing where like animals get reincarnated to another animal.
You think so? You think that's real?
I don't think they become ghosts. I think their whole life is they just reincarnate to another animal, whether it's a better animal or a worse animal or the same. And then hopefully...
But isn't that the same about what certain religions think about, reincarnation themselves?
Yes.
Like, we do it too, apparently, but we can become like a snail.
Correct.
Or like someone's anal bead.
Correct.
And like, I don't want to be either one of those, so that sucks if that's
Well,
real. What if you become like a tissue that gets used immediately?
I think it has to... You can only go up.
You can only go up, so what's past human?
So you can only go up in life if you're good, and you could only go bad. Like you
go
could
down if you're bad.
I guess you could. What's the opposite of reincarnate? De-incarnate? Or no,
Die.
you reincarnate into something worse.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
so
what's
worse than a human?
What's worse than a human?
Yeah.
A bad human,
A bad human. Okay.
A bed, an inanimate object, maybe like
An anal bead.
an anal bead, maybe something, an animal that's like commonly used to like in the slaughterhouse. You know
Like
what I
a
mean?
chicken.
Yeah, something like an animal or a creature that has like a low lifespan.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What if you come back as like a tissue and somebody blows your nose,
Exactly.
blows their nose in you, and then throws you out, and that's it? Or you come back as like a.
So then at that moment you serve your purpose, and you get to come back as something better. Because if you're a tissue, that's your whole thing. You get
Could you
bored.
imagine you literally just keep coming, you just keep becoming things, like, like
Yeah.
an ant or something, and then you die, and then you become a bee. It's like you just keep going until you get to human, and then it resets.
Yeah, that could be kind of crazy, but like, yeah, that bee, you reincarnate to that bee, and then you see the ants that you that you were killed by.
It's so funny. Well, we don't know what happens,
Oh, no,
but these are just guesses.
This is just theories, you know what I mean?
It's
We
just a
like
theory.
to converse and just.
A game theory.
We just got going.
I'm paralyzed.
There
You
we
know
go.
what's funny? In games, when you get paralyzed, you can move sometimes, but like that's not what paralyzed is. Paralyzed means you cannot move.
Well, no, isn't it? Paralyzed. I'm going off Pokemon theory. Paralyzed. Sometimes you can move. Sometimes you can't.
Yeah, but no.
So-
Okay, so someone paralyzed in real life, they could just move sometimes, but sometimes they can't.
Oh, I guess it depends. Jeez, it depends
That's what
on
I'm
where.
saying, like,
It
that's
depends
not
on
what
where they're
paralyzed
paralyzed. It depends on what they're paralyzed from.
Paralyzed in fear, I guess.
That's true. There's different layers. Oh my god,
Different layers. What is everything, an onion now?
we're all onions.
We're all
That's what
onions.
Shrek says.
We all some onion. That's all it is, baby. We all some onion.
I do love onions though.
Really? Why?
They're just delicious.
What about it? You like pickled onions?
I like pickled onions. I like regular onions. I like sweet
I like
onions.
pickled onions.
Yeah, onions are just great. I mean, green onions, red onions. I honestly, I think I like red onions better than regular onions, just because they have like a little bit of a bite.
I'm not really into onions in general, but I like pickled onions.
Shallots are good too, but they're like a weird form of an onion.
Shallots.
I don't know. It's just there are so many different things that you can do with foods.
Is that so?
Yes.
So many different dishes
So many-
you could cook, some would say.
So many different dishes.
So many different. What's your favorite dish with an onion?
My favorite dish with an
Yeah,
onion.
go for it. Name it.
Oh jeez. It's probably French onion meatloaf.
I thought you were gonna say French onion soup, and I was like, that's the lamest shit
No,
anybody
no.
could ever say.
French onion.
I'm sure it's good,
meatloaf.
but
Oh my god,
Ew, you like meatloaf?
dude, it's so good.
Not the singer.
not the same. No, French onion meatloaf, delicious, divine. And then you pair that with garlic bread. Oh,
I love garlic bread. Who doesn't?
that
Doesn't love
honestly,
garlic
that's-
bread. What a wonderful treat that is. Hold on, I'm moving the mic closer to us. There we go. Just so you know.
Now you're a little bit closer to us at home.
Well, that was the reason why I set it up the way it is now.
Wait, so we're not like,
yeah, well, so like I can lean back right now, and just be totally chill and relaxed, and like just hang out. Sometimes we have the mic on a table and it's a little bit lower than us, so I just worry that sometimes it won't catch us.
No, I gotta say, once I switched to Asbel and once you switched to Richard, we've been breezing through this.
Oh, of course. Well, I think Sophie is a little tougher to play. I'm not sure. I never played her, but
I was having a lot of trouble. I know it kind of felt like I just didn't know what I was doing. I was having a lot of trouble with her.
well, you can have Asbel for now.
For now.
For now.
Until
But I always play Richard, no matter what.
That's
Every
fun,
time I
listen.
play this damn game, I always play Richard. I'm like, maybe I should try someone else, and then I just go right back to Richard. It'll never change. He's my favorite character in this.
I was surprised they didn't announce like a new Tales game. 'Cause the Switch,
Yeah, a lot of people were.
the Switch 2 was announced today.
A lot of people all over Twitter were looking for that.
And I'm actually really even like Tales of Arise. They could have just released that for the Switch too.
It's alright. You can forget about Tales of Arise.
Listen,
I'm not a big fan myself, so it's not something I would. Hey,
Paralysis
Paralysis
Charm. There you
Charm.
go.
Check it out. Anyway, let me change its title real quick. Real quick.
Benevolent
let's
Prince. The long lost friend.
There we go. Let's do that one. Changed him into the masked swordsman costume.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
It's not hilarious. It's from another Tales game, and from that Tales game, he's my favorite character. So.
Hey, was
at
that a new starfish?
It was. Isn't he like gross as hell? He's
Ew.
like jiggling around.
At least it's not that hard.
fall before me.
Yeah, we're swimming in this. What is that helmet?
Swimming, yeah, it's supposed to be dragon bone.
Dragon, okay.
It's a dragon's like jaw and bone.
I wish I could grade some dragon bone and dragon's dogma, but I can't even get to kill dragon yet.
No, you're stuck killing goblins.
I could kill
And
Cyclops
goblins.
and werewolves.
And goblins.
goblins.
That's the problem with Dragon's Dogma 2, is that you mostly just fight goblins. It's like very few and far between you fight an ogre. Definitely not a griffin. You barely fight dragons until the end game at least, and then at that point it's just like they're so ridiculously tough that I don't want to fight this shit. But anyway, enough of shitting on that game. Ooh yeah, I forgot he knows Scorn. That's a great move. Yeah, it is okay actually. I wasn't saying it's not, so you know what?
I can't wait to play my other games that are coming.
Oh, what are they?
Metal Slug Tactics.
Alright, you keep saying Metal Slug Tactics and I constantly forget.
And you forget because it's a tactics games that you're not really into.
Final Fantasy Tactics is one of the best games ever made, so...
And that was on the PSP.
PS1 and then PSP.
Oh, it was on
Thank
PS1?
you very much, yes. It
Really?
started out as Final Fantasy Tactics for the PlayStation 1, and then it got a port over to the PSP, but it actually has a lot of added content into it, and that one is called Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, which is an amazing game, a 10 out of 10, beautiful game.
So
if you like tactics games, play that.
Why wouldn't they do that?
What?
Like, just put a new one out. It's.
I
feel
don't
like
think
it's-
it could ever be really recreated. That game is so beautifully crafted. Story-wise, it is... Honestly, it's like second to none. That is probably one of the best games I've
So you think it's better
ever
than
played in
6
my
story-wise?
life. Yeah.
Well, that's saying something. Damn.
I would say Final Fantasy VI is my favorite Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy Tactics is like right behind it to the point where it's very, very hard for me to pick between the two. Final Fantasy Tactics is so good. So good. Story, everything.
Damn.
Wonderful fucking game.
I still think to this day my favorite tactical game is Gladius.
I don't think I ever played.
It's weird. It's a Roman soldier game.
I figured. Gladius.
But it's made by LucasArts.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. Now that you
It's
said LucasArts.
crazy.
It's old, right?
It's old.
What system?
Xbox original.
Oh, Xbox original.
Yeah.
So when LucasArts still had like that gold man as like their symbol.
Yes,
it was, like,
yes,
skipping.
yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
There you go. Speaking of LucasArts,
LucasArts.
I'm waiting for that Coder remake, which is still in limbo.
Oh yeah. You know what? I played Knights of the Old Republic 2. I played. That was
one?
such a no. I never played the first one.
Damn, I think one I think is a better story. 2 is not good of a story, but better gameplay.
Right, and it's funny because I hated the second. Only because you don't start out with a lightsaber or anything. You have to go through the motions and whatnot. But as a kid, I didn't really understand that, so I was like, why the fuck do all these Star Wars games never let you play with a fucking lightsaber? So I was also thinking back to Star Wars 64 or whatever for that Nintendo 64, of course. And you play as some idiot with a fucking gun the whole time. And I was like, I just want a lightsaber, man.
Well, you should play Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. They just remastered that.
Yeah, but it's not like an RPG. You know?
No, it's not an RPG, and that game's really hard because there's really zero room for error in that game.
Well, isn't it? It's 2-player, right?
I think it's up to 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. I wish I had 4 friends who were into Star Wars. I wish I had 4 friends.
Are you saying? Jeez, listen, Vin. I'm always down to play anything, you know.
Well, you're part of that 4 friends, but I am missing 3. Well, I'm missing 1 other friend, I guess. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's either you love Star Wars or you hate it. There's no real middle ground.
I feel like I don't know anybody who really likes Star Wars. It's such like a... I don't even know. It's a niche now.
It's forgotten because it's so hated right now.
Well, rightfully so. I mean, those last couple of movies were absolute dog ass.
Might as well take a look.
Dog water.
Did you get to watch any of the TV shows?
I watched The Mandalorian, but I had to stop because the child Yoda was too precious, and I just didn't want to see anything happen to him. It's like an animal, you know. I hate watching shows with dogs, and then like something happens to the dog.
AKA John Wick.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's funny. John Wick. I remember going to see that with my friends. And I was totally uninterested in the movie from the get-go, because I didn't know anything about it. I was just like, why the fuck are we going to see John Wick? Like, what the hell is John Wick?
Right, he kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell even is this? And I was totally uninterested in the movie until they kill the dog in the beginning, and then when he got as upset as he did, it fully captured
Spoiler
me.
alert.
Fully captured. Well, fucking John Wick. It's like a 10-year-old movie, 11-year-old movie.
It's up to John Wick 4 right now, jeez.
Yeah, this is the old-ass movie. If you got spoiled from that, I'm sorry, but maybe go watch it now. But the whole premise of that movie is pretty much because of that dog dying, and honestly, once that unfolded, I was totally hooked on that movie. Yeah, because I was like, I would have the same reaction. Yes, kill everybody. Let no one live.
Is this our first Portal, by the way?
Portal 2. Got him. No, yeah, this is like a little...
Oh, is it the dungeon portal?
It's the first dungeon, baby.
Ooh.
We're going in our first dungeon with our first puzzles.
Oh, jeez.
See? Oh, yeah, that's Pascal. I totally forgot. We totally just brushed over her because she sucks. No, she doesn't. She's the maid.
She's got a silly voice, that's for sure. She's got like an RPG, a JRPG voice.
Yeah.
Is it... It's probably better in Japanese, though, right?
All these voices are better in Japanese. I hate playing JRPGs in English. Some games are good. Some people do a really killer job with voice acting. But I just feel like Japanese voice actors put so much more effort in.
It's funny you say that, because I have to put it out there. I know you're going to hate me for saying this. Every Yakuza game I play is...
In English.
In Japanese. I never use English voice acting.
Oh, that's good. Why would I hate you for that? I just said...
Just because you don't like it when I mention Yakuza. That's
well, I hate Yakuza.
But...
I don't actually hate Yakuza, I just have zero interest in it.
They do, the voice acting is top tier.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're doing Yakuza 0 for the Switch 2 brings joy to my heart, because now Nintendo fans can enjoy Yakuza.
The Switch 2. Well, how about on the next episode of Super Knuckleheads, we talk more about that. Because we gotta go. Bye!
Bye, boys.
Thanks for watching the show. Please stick around, please don't go. Click on to the next video. The Super Knuckleheads are on a roll.